just like to make everyone, when I say aware, we have Dollan, who's the new Scottish Swimming CEO, took over post beginning of January, and Auntie and Paul. They're going to be with us this morning. It's a kind of meet and greet. They're going to be around poolside. They are very well aware that coaches are very busy, but they're happy to have a chat with anyone and everyone. I'm saying this to everyone because obviously there may be club committee members up on the spectators gallery. Again, John is here to meet and be the face, and so you know who he is. So take the opportunity where you can. Be here till probably lunchtime. And as I say, it's informal. They're very conscious that we're running the meet. We're very busy. They'll fit in roundabout. Coaches, if they start talking to you, you get swimmers swimming. They fully understand. But thank you. Pass you over to John for a second.
Thanks, John. Great to see everybody here today, and so many swimmers, coaches and clubs coming out to the meet today. It's been a long time since I've been in East Kilbride. I did swim here a long time ago, and I hope I'll see some familiar faces from those times as well, because I know some people have been involved for a long time. As John has said, we'll be around this morning. It really is just a chance to chat and say hello to people. I hope you all have a good day, and I hope a lot of you get some PBs today. Thanks again.
Thank you very much, John, for those kind words. Just before we get underway with the swimming, we need to run through the health and safety. In the event of an emergency, a siren will sound. Staff will direct you to the nearest exit. Just check where the exits are and keep them clear at all times. No glass items or outdoor footwear poolside. And swimmers, please dry off as best you can and wear appropriate clothing and footwear after your swim. Everyone, by attending the event either as a participant, volunteer, team staff or spectator, you accept that any photographs or videos taken will not be used for any illicit purposes, or that pictures or films produced will not be altered in any way or uploaded onto the web without the consent in writing of the person or persons photographed or filmed. And please try and take images of your own family or team member as much as reasonably possible, and to avoid including other participants in images, particularly if those images are being shared with family and friends or through social media platforms. You should have the appropriate form completed. If you haven't done so, please pop down to the top of the stairs. Forms are available. That's a requirement at the West District. And the last item is use of mobile phones or any other electronic devices are not allowed, that are capable of photography are not allowed to be used at any time in the showers, changing area or the toilets. Just before we start the session, I'll introduce our senior officials. Our referees for Session 3 this morning, Ross Stewart and Fiona Sinnott, and our referee, Rosemary Broom. We kick off with the 400 individual medley, the heats. Good luck, fellas.
So, good morning and welcome to Session 3 here at East Kilbride of the first West Districts Weekend Long Course Championships of 2025. Welcome to everybody joining us in the venue and on live stream. My name is Jackie Smith, and myself and Robert Taylor sitting alongside me will be taking you through the morning and afternoon's events. So as Robert said, we're kicking off with event 301. This is the male and open 12 to 14-year-old 400 IM. We have 3 heats, and in the water we have in lane 2 Noah Graham, City of Glasgow, and he's joined in lane 3 by his teammate Ethan Roddy, and in lane 4 their teammate Leo Lee. So, first 50 metres completed. Boys turning halfway through the second length here, and it's the centre of the pool. Ethan Roddy entered here on a 6:07, who has taken up the lead. And he'll bring the boys in to the turn at the 100 metres. Leo Lee and behind him, and Noah Graham in lane 2. There we go, a 1:27.78 for Ethan Roddy. He's got just under a 3-second lead, and just about 4 seconds splitting second and third place after 100 metres. So we've transitioned into the backstroke. And the boys very much staying in the same order as they were at the transition there. So the youngest swimmer in the water for this first heat is Noah, entered on a 6:20. We've got a 6:09 for Leo. So we'd probably the boys are probably where we'd expect to see them on the basis of certainly of their entry times. As Ethan has turned, as has second and third place swimmers, coming back down to complete the backstroke section of this IM. We do have 3 heats of the IM before we move on to 2 heats for our females this morning. I think that the gap between first and second has opened up and closed between second and third in that last 50. Just watch the times now as Ethan turns there in a 3:00.60. Definitely the gap has closed between Noah and Leo. Leo turning in a 3:09 and a 3:10 for Noah, who in fact now I think has second place advantage just coming out of that turn. No doubt who our leader is, however, and that's Ethan Roddy. We saw some really good improvements on entry times yesterday. I'm sure swimmers went home last night very pleased with themselves, having knocked many seconds off of their entry time, particularly over some of our longer distances that we did yesterday. I'm sure they'll be aiming to do exactly the same again today. So going into the turn at the far end is our leader, Ethan Roddy, 3:57.50 for him. The gap's opened up again now between second and third place. And we can see Leo has turned just as Noah is now turning. And they're gaining a little bit on our leader. Breaststroke can often do that in an IM. Close those gaps. So Leo's coming right up alongside Ethan now, and Ethan will have to be aware of the challenge on the far side. Sure, all 3 boys are well aware of their colleagues from training back at their home club, City of Glasgow. So Leo is right up within half a body length now. Ethan, I think, will possibly just hold on to this at the turn. And he does, but look at that board, 10. So 4:54.32 against the 4:42.52. Ethan still holding that lead. But Leo is doing all he can to get himself in front. So Ethan and Leo, both 13 years of age, both be looking to get themselves into the bronze, silver and gold medal positions in that age group. So on they go up into the final turn at the far end of the pool. Ethan just still having the advantage there. And he'll have to work hard to hang on to this, as indeed he is. Coming down the home straight now. Leo is still having a go though. Ethan needs to respond. Leo now has the advantage. Can Ethan come back? I think Leo's beginning to move away from him a little, so perhaps not. I think this race could go to Leo, but we've seen stranger things happen in the closing stages. Ethan is coming back. He's having another go. But Leo, he will take this. Ethan just ran out of water there. 6:15.82 for Leo Lee. 6:16.01 for Ethan. And in comes Noah to complete his 400 IM this morning in a 6:31.72.
So this is our second heat with an empty lane in one, so just the 4 swimmers take part in our second heat. In two, we have Jack Keevahan, Ren 96, 3, Finn McDonald, East Kilbride, 4 is Struan Henry from Dumfries, and 5, Nicky Kalamaskis, City Glasgow. All the boys, other than Nicky, are 14. Nicky's 12. He, along with Noah, are the 2 youngest competitors in the event this morning. He's the only one with an entry over the 6-minute mark. Other boys in the 5:40s range, 5:44.50 for Finn, 5:44.70 for Struan, 5:46.20 for Jack. All these times I'm pretty sure will be short course times converted to long course, so can't read too much into the entry times. A strong start from both Jack and Struan. 1:17.96. A second in it, 1:18.95. Nicky turning roughly about 8 seconds behind the leader. A real change in that order on the backstroke. About 3 metres back in third place is Finn McDonald. But because it's a 400 IM, things can drastically change in the third discipline, the breaststroke section. Very little in it. Both boys racing very similar on the backstroke section. If anything, Jack just hanging in there. But still very little between the 2 lads. They've pulled away quite significantly from Finn McDonald. The Dumfries swimmer. It's opened up maybe about body length advantage at halfway. That can change quite significantly with the breaststroke section. If Finn can come back at them. 2:42.07, 2:43.18, and some 7 or so seconds further back, Finn McDonald. And Nicky turns just under the 3-minute mark. So no real change on breaststrokes. Finn McDonald still a long way back on the other 2. Both boys pacing very similar on this first 50 of breast. If anything, maybe Jack just slightly stronger breaststroke. Well, there's very little in it now. barely half a second. Jack has eaten into that lead. The two of them virtually stroke for stroke, with about 35 of rest to finish. Been a long way back. And Jack just maybe half a body length clear at the moment. Well, there's still very little in it. If anything, Struan's come back in the last 15 metres. And the two of them are almost going to touch together. 0.35 of an advantage that Struan has, 4:26.25, 35 rather. And Jack putting in a determined challenge here in the freestyle section, and he's maybe just gone half a metre clear. Been some 15-16 seconds further back. Nicky a few metres further back in fourth. So 50 to go. The red swimmer has just struck the front. He's gone about 3/4 of a second clear. And both boys getting to work very strongly down the final 30 or so metres. Jack Keevan still with the advantage, but Struan's coming back very strongly indeed. The Dumfries swimmer's not going to give this up if he can. Inside the final 30, and looks like Struan is going to get up and take this one. Struan Henry from Dumfries takes her second heat. Jackson second. Good swims, boys. Nice PBs as well. Ben McDonald will come down, finishing in third place. And Nicky just about 5 metres further back in fourth. 6:05.12 and a respectable 6:09.10 for Nicky.
And this is Heat 3, the last heat of event 301. In lane 1, Cameron Miller, South Ayrshire, and he's joined by his teammate Max Clark, who swims in lane 2. Jensen Basketer, City of Glasgow, lane 3. And 4, we see Oliver McElwraith from Cumbernauld. 5, Hamish Black, South Ayrshire, and his teammate Gordon McLeod swims in lane 6. So one 13-year-old and the rest of the boys are 14. So let's have a look at this, and it is lane 4, Cumbernauld swimmer, who's taken the early lead ahead of Hamish Black from South Ayrshire. The yellow cap of Cumbernauld there, Oliver McElwraith, continues to lead this as they come down to the transition, but up into second place now, Jensen Basketer, the City of Glasgow swimmer. There, he's moved ahead of South Ayrshire's Hamish Black in the second length of the butterfly. As in at the turn and transitioning now in a 1:11.98, so we're a whole 6 seconds faster at this stage than we were in the previous heat. And it is the Cumbernauld swimmer leading City of Glasgow. And then coming out of that turn here, we have 3 South Ayrshire swimmers. Hamish Black, Cameron Miller, Max Clark, almost in a line for third place. As the Cumbernauld swimmer continues to lead the field into the turn at the far end. City of Glasgow's Jensen Basketer will be doing all he can to try and get up alongside him before they transition into the breaststroke. But Oliver McElwraith entered here on a time of 5:25.90. Exactly the same as the City of Glasgow's Jensen Basketer alongside him. But at the moment, it is Oliver who has the upper hand. And continues to do so, coming into the turn to transition into breaststroke now. So having the advantage for third place at the moment is Max Clark of South Ayrshire. So Oliver McElwraith turns and transitions. Jensen Basketer in behind him. Max Clark third. Cameron Miller fourth. So what can Oliver do to keep Jensen Basketer at bay? Can he hang on to his lead in this breaststroke section of the 400 IM? We have seen things change. We saw a very exciting heat just a moment ago where the lead changed. So going into the turn, Oliver McElwraith, Jensen Basketer. Look at the time, folks. Really less than a second between those two boys at the turn there. Oliver needs to keep working to keep Jensen at bay before they move into the freestyle. But Jensen is coming at him. Max Clark in third place. Cameron Miller in fourth. And Jensen now has the advantage. Just about 10 meters to go of this breaststroke section before the boys transition into the freestyle. Oliver is trying to get back, trying to regain that lead. Still got half a body length advantage, has Jason at the turn there. 4:11.96 against a 4:13.58. So Oliver needs to dig deep, find all he can now to get back up and past Jensen and regain the lead he's had for over half of the race this morning. Max Clark continues in third place. The South Ayrshire swimmer there in lane 3. And it is Jensen Basketer, I think, that will lead the field into the turn. Can Oliver dig any deeper and find something to get himself back up into the lead in this final 50 meters? Jensen turns. 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds between the boys. And Oliver looks like he's straight a minute ago. He's trying to come back on Jensen. Lots of encouragement going on from poolside here. And Oliver's coming back. He is coming back at Jensen now. Half a length to go. Half a body length between these two boys. This is super swimming from these two boys this morning. Jensen still has that advantage, and he will hold on to it going into the board. Fine touch there. He does, winning that in a 2:57.68 against a 2:58.28. Really half a second between those two boys. And Max Clark of South Ayrshire comes in third place in a 5:33.64. Cameron Miller has finished. And in comes Hamish Black and Gordon MacLeod as that completes our 400 IM for the male and open. So there's a disqualification in lane 1 for a technical infraction, which will alter the finishing order there. So lanes 5 and 6 move up a place in that previous heat. As we now move on to event 302, it's the females 12 to 14 400 IM, and we have 2 heats this morning.
So we have 2 heats of the 400 for the girls, 400 IM. 6 swimmers in this one are lane 1, Murren Ramsey, Inverclyde. 2, Emily Cousins, City Glasgow. 3, Heidi Shaw, Ren 96. 4 is Molly Martin, City of Glasgow. 5, Rowan Milligan, Kilmarnock. And 6, Sky Bailey, East Kilbride. 12-year-olds in lanes 1, 5 and 6. 14-year-olds go in 2, 3 and 4. So medalists in the 12-year-old category here in those 3 lanes. And we have 2 14-year-olds in the second heat. So the fastest 14-year-olds, fastest 14-year-old here will be guaranteed at least a bronze. And a very strong start in lane 3. Heidi Shaw, Ren 96. She's got an entry time of 6:16:30. Slowest time 6:44:10. So a very strong butterfly from Heidi, 1:21:26. Very close for second, Murren Ramsey and Molly Martin, almost turning together. Murren, the 12-year-old, so she's fastest 12-year-old so far. And just mention that the scoreboard is not able to take out any disqualifications, so that's why lane 1 was showing a time that wasn't actually taken off the board. But if we have any disqualifications, Jack and I will keep you up to date during the morning and afternoon. Our leader going particularly well on the backstroke. Molly now gone a few seconds clear in second place ahead of Murren. Emily is in third place. Another 2 girls, Rowan and Sky, having a good contest for potentially second and third place in that 12-year-old age group. A steady start from Heidi. 2:56:43 at the halfway mark. And third place and the best 12-year-old so far is Murren. The other 2 12-year-olds turning virtually together. So Heidi's certainly not going to get caught. She's still maintaining a very healthy advantage on the breaststroke section. Other 2 14-year-old girls a long way back, Molly and Emily. Murren still leading 12-year-old, but the other 2 girls appear to be coming back a little bit at her. .405.68 is the split at 2:50. Now she's got roughly 8 seconds advantage, so that should be more than enough to ensure that she's going to finish top 12-year-old. But at least barring any disqualification here for Heidi, she'll be guaranteed at the very least a bronze medal in that 14-year-old age group. So the halfway mark, she's turning in 4:39.76. Let's hope that she can come back strongly in under 80 seconds and get nicely under 6 minutes. Molly turning second, 4:53.74. Murren 5:02.50 third. She's on for a good PB here. And potentially Annalie can also improve her entry time. Other two girls, Sky's gone ahead of Rowan. And a very nice swim here from Heidi. Nicely under 6 minutes as well. She'll be really pleased with that. 5:57.99. Great swim, Heidi. Very good swim also from Murren in lane 1. Molly's going to get second place. Probably fairly close to her entry time. 6:23.30, but that's a converted time, I'm sure. And she gets a nice PB long course, as does Murren. Well done to her. 6:28.63 for Murren. And Rowan comes in. Just wait for the time. 6:45.45. Well, disqualifications in that heat. Lanes 2 and 6. Lanes 2 and 6 disqualifications. So, subject to that being verified, Rowan Milligan will be silver medalist in the 12-year-old age group. Murren will take gold, and Heidi will be guaranteed a bronze in the 14s.
And we move on to heat number 2 of this 400 IM for the our girls this morning. And in lane 1, Eleanor Osborne, East Kilbride. 2, Charlotte Shanks, Bells Hill Sharks. 3, Ella Craig, Wren 96, empty lane 4. 5, Casey Crisp, East Kilbride. And 6, Anna Wilson, Inverclyde. So we've got couple of 14-year-olds and 3 13-year-olds in this. So they'll have seen what happened in Heat 1. And they're looking to get themselves into the medal positions. And improve on their entry times in this. So taking the early lead, lane 2, the Bells Hill Shark swimmer. Charlotte Shanks entered on a 5:53.70. Right up beside her, however, is Ella Craig of Wren 96. She's just seen her teammate do a really good swim in her 400 IM, largely on her own, leading from the start. But it is Charlotte Shanks who will go into the turn just ahead of Ella Craig. Ella got that 1:21.98. Gets the 1:22.08, so 1/10 of a second there. And it is the Wren 96 swimmer there in the middle of the pool, Ella Craig, who has now taken on the lead. In behind Ella and Charlotte, we have over in lane 5, Casey Crisp, the East Kilbride swimmer, in 3rd place. Anna Wilson, Inverclyde, coming up alongside her. And also staying in touch in lane 1, Eleanor Osborne. But it is the Wren 96 swimmer that will take the field into the turn. Halfway through this backstroke section, she's turned 2:07. She's got just around a 5-second lead now from Charlotte Shanks. In fact, no, I'm sure that board was quite recording correctly there. I'm sure Charlotte went into the turn second there. but it is no doubt who our leader is coming down to the halfway mark. The Ren 96 swimmer, Ella Craig, 5:42 as an entry time. Moving up nicely in this last 50 metres of the backstroke is the East Kilbride swimmer, Eleanor Osborne, in lane 1, up into second place now. So, transitioning into breaststroke goes Ella Craig, Eleanor Osborne. Lane 2's Charlotte Shanks in third place. Casey Crisp not too far away either. Watch Anna Wilson of Inverclyde in this breaststroke section. So it's Ella Craig still leading this field. Have a watch at the board and see if they've managed to gain anything on her. They have indeed. Charlotte Shanks is now within 3 seconds. Eleanor Osborne, 3:51 at the turn there. Casey Crisp in fourth. But Ella Craig, the Ren 96 swimmer, doing exactly as her teammate has just done, leading this field. They'll need to watch Charlotte Shanks, however, who is closing the gap with every stroke. Coming through nicely, Anna Wilson for the Inverclyde swimmer in lane 6. Past Casey Crisp now. She's got herself up into third place, I think. But it is Ella Craig who will turn first. 4:37.19. She's got just about a 3-second lead from the Bells Hill Shark swimmer. What can Charlotte do about that? Up into third place now, I think it is indeed lane 6, Anna Wilson from Inverclyde. So, it's Ella Craig, Charlotte Shanks. She'll be battling for the gold medal position. We saw Heidi Shaw take that in the previous heat. Charlotte needs to make up just about a second to be able to take that gold medal from Heidi. Can she do it? Ella Craig continues to move away. 7 seconds of an advantage. Motoring down this final length. Charlotte is doing all she can to close the gap. But Ella Craig will take this as a 13-year-old. Charlotte Shanks will take second. And then look at her placing in the 14-year-old age group. Coming through into third place now and regained that is Casey Crisp, the East Kilbride swimmer. Anna Wilson in behind her. And that's the Ren 96 swimmer finishing there in a time of 5:53.61. 6:01.75 for Charlotte Shanks. So she'll take, I think, second silver place in that age group. And third place goes to lane 5, Casey Crisp. Disqualification in lane 1 for a technical infraction.
Medalists for the boys 400 IM and the 12-year-old Nicky Kalamaskis and Noah Graham second. Leo Lai and Ethan Roddy in the 13-year-olds. 14-year-olds Jensen Basketer, Oliver McElwraith, Max Clark, 1, 2, 3. Eight heats of Melbourne Open 200 free. Lane 2, we have Finn Tulloch from North Ayrshire. 4 is Adam Kahn, O'Gan Bearsten. And 4 is Murray Green, East Kilbride. Just the 3 go in this one. 250.80 through to 259.10. All these, I'm sure, are going to be short course times converted to long course. And Adam had a pretty useful day yesterday. Done really well, and he's off smartly in this one. Already have 5 or 6 clear of Finn, with Murray a couple of metres further back in third. So, halfway mark for Adam. Turning in 1:11.73. So if we can keep this nice strong start going, we're looking at maybe something round about the 2:30ish mark. And Adam's having a very, very strong swim here. Other 2 boys pretty well much together here. Murray coming through to challenge Finn out that final turn, 1:53.07. Well, naturally Adam's slowing up a wee bit, but we're still capable of getting something in the mid 2:30s here. That'll be a good long course time for him. And keeping it pretty well together throughout the whole race. And a very good swim for the 12-year-old. Well done, Adam. Excellent time. 2:31.92. Really picked it up in the last 50. And a strong finish here. Fintillich will take second. Finn's time 2:48.10, and a disqualification in lane 4 for a technical infraction.
So this is Heat 2 of Event 303, and in Lane 1, Xander Bennett, Rutherglen. 2, Benjamin Freestone, South Ayrshire. 4, Tyler Good, City of Glasgow. And his teammate, Oscar Liddell, swims in Lane 4. Lane 5 sees Max Gray of Inverclyde. And I think it is Lane 4, it is indeed, 36.26 there. Oscar Liddell, the City of Glasgow swimmer, had that just ahead of Tyler Good, his teammate, at the turn. But it looks to me like it's now South Ayrshire's Benjamin Freestone in Lane 2 who has the advantage as we come down to the halfway mark. They're in the distinctive yellow cap of South Ayrshire. He just has the advantage over Lane 3's Tyler Good. Coming into the turn here. Just watch the board now. 1:16 against the 1:17. Just about half a second in it between the two leaders. And then in behind them, City of Glasgow's Oscar Liddell. Youngest swimmer here in this heat is just 11 years of age. The boys are all 12 otherwise, with entry times all around 2:44 with a 2:49. So I'll just give you the results of event 302. 12-year-old girls 400 meter IM. Silver medal position goes to Rowan Milligan Kilmarnock, and gold medal goes to Murren Ramsey Inverclyde. 13-year-old girls, bronze medal to Anna Wilson Inverclyde, silver to Casey Crisp East Kilbride, and gold Ella Craig Ren 96. 14-year-old girls, bronze medal Molly Martin City of Glasgow, silver Charlotte Shanks Bells Hill Sharks, and gold Heidi Shaw Ren 96. So back in the pool, and it is a real battle as we come into the closing stages between the South Ayrshire swimmer and City of Glasgow, Oscar Little, Tyler Gould, but it will be Tyler that takes this, and he does there in lane 3 in a 2:39.42. Look at that time for second place. So close yet so far. 2:39.92 for the South Ayrshire swimmer, Benjamin Freestone, and third place goes to lane 5's Max Gray, Inverclyde, in a time of 2:40.34.
Heat 3. Lane 1 is Ross Leslie. Right. Empty lane in 2, 3 is Finlay McDermott, South Ayrshire teammate Bruno Vignan in 4. 5 is Ben Hemming, Stranraer Stingrays, and 6 Jamie Pitt, South Ayrshire. 2:40 through to 2:43.7 are the entry times. Again, most of these times are probably short course conversions to long course. 34.29 at the first 50. Bruno just shades it. Two boys in the middle lanes, two South Ayrshire swimmers. At the moment being challenged by their teammate in 6, Jamie Pitt. So the 3 East yellow caps of South Ayrshire very much to the fore in this one. Ben Hemming's about a body length off the pace here in 4th. 1:14.67. So just over 2 seconds cover the first 4 swimmers. So much slower still than the very first heat we had, but a wee bit faster than the last one. And getting to what over in lane 6 is Jamie. He is now gone maybe half a metre or so clear. Teammate Bruno Vignan in second place. Well, hardly anything in it. It's just advantage still with Bruno. 1:55.75. Less than half a second though. Still very little between the two swimmers. Might just be Jamie rather, who's gone ahead inside the final 15. It's the swimmer over on the far side from where we are. Just, I think, prevailing. Jamie Pitt coming back strongly again is Bruno. And Bruno's going to get this one. Bruno takes that. Jamie in second. And Ben Hemmings will take third. 2:33.73 the winning time. Jamie 2:34.98 and 2:38.97 for Ben Hemmings. Nice long course PBs for these lads.
And heat 4, lane 1, Kyle McQuaker, Kintyre. 2, Leo Lai, City of Glasgow. 3, Tynan Baird, South Ayrshire. 4, Ben Gray, Dumfries, and his teammate Carter Jones swims in lane 5. 6, Finley Thompson, East Kilbride. Centre lanes 3 and 4, both 14 years of age. The rest of the field 13. And it's the centre of the pool, lanes 4 there. Ben Gray, the Dumfries swimmer, turning just ahead of his teammate Carter Jones, and Tynan Baird of South Ayrshire in behind them at that first turn. It is currently lane 4, Ben Gray, who has the advantage as the field come down to the halfway mark. And he is leading by approximately half a body length ahead of South Ayrshire's Tynan Baird. And then Carter Jones and Finley Thompson over on the far side, lane 6 and 5. Turning first with a 1:13, so we're a little bit faster than the previous heat. Is Ben Gray, the Dumfries swimmer, entered on a 2:33. And he has just still maintaining that half body length lead as the boys go up to the final turn. And it's Tynan Baird in behind him. Keep an eye on lane 1. Lane 6, Finley Thompson looks like he's in 3rd place, although possibly he's been overtaken for that by Kyle McQuaker. I think he has. Indeed, the board confirms that. So we still have the Dumfries swimmer, Ben Gray, leading the field. He is moving away from them. They're really not going to catch him now. It's all about 2nd and 3rd place here. Kyle McQuaker moving through the water, trying to get himself up into 2nd place here. But that still lies with Tynan Baird, the South Ayrshire swimmer. The East Kilbride swimmer over on the far side, Finley Thompson. He's now back up into 3rd. Kyle's trying to move through. Kyle's going to take 3rd place in behind Ben Gray, Dumfries at a time of 2:29.14. 2nd place, Tynan Baird, South Ayrshire, 2:34.37. And with a close finish there for 3rd place, Kyle McQuaker of Kintyre takes that in a 2:36.46.
So heat number 5. All 6 swimmers in this one. Alexander McLaren from Ren 96 is in 1. 2, Alec Jakubidis from Inverclyde. 3 is Roman Jowett from Dumfries. Zach Neeson, Mark Hall Avondale in 4. Nicky Titch, Stirling Swimming 5. And Ethan King in 6 from Ren 96. Times 2:30.30 through to 2:32.26. So on paper, should be a tight contest. 2 seconds cover all 6 swimmers. Only one a little bit off the pace is Ethan King in lane 6. So coming down with roughly 15 to go to the halfway mark. Alec Jakubidis and Zach Neeson, Inverclyde and Larkhall Avondale. Alec just turning fractionally ahead, 109.87. So that's the fastest we've seen so far. Alec still maintaining maybe about a body length advantage over Zach. Nicky in 5, trying to stick with Zach. And those 3 have gone clear of the rest. Alec Jakubidis going particularly well now in the penultimate 50. He's opened up quite a nice healthy advantage. Out that last turn, 1:48.61. He's got the 2.5 second advantage over the two boys in 4 and 5. So coming down with just around 25 to go. 2:31.90 was his entry time. They come nicely inside that by a few seconds, I'm sure. Nicky's finishing very strongly to get into second ahead of Zach. And a good swim from Alex takes that in 2:24.94. Second in lane 5 is indeed Nicky Titch, 2:29.01 and 2:30.75 for Zach. And long course PBs all round for those three swimmers.
And this is Heat 6, Lane 1, Aaron Graham, North Ayrshire. 2, Oscar Wharton, Dumfries. 3, Aaron Robertson, Wren 96. 4, Joshua McCluskey, Kilmarnock. 5, Jack Handley, Wren 96. And 6, Kerr Martin, City of Glasgow. 1 12-year-old, and then 13 and 14-year-old boys are in the water at the moment. So leading at the first turn, it is lane 1, the 12-year-old from North Ayrshire, Aaron Graham, 32.35. So we have medals in 3 different age groups being fought for in the water just now in this heat. 2 more heats to come. Or certainly that contain 13 and 14-year-olds. So as we come up to the halfway mark, the lead has now been taken by Wren 96 swimmer Jack Handley over there in lane 5, I think. Oh no, that's in fact lane 2 who turned first. Oscar Wharton, the Dumfries swimmer, ahead of Jack Handley and Aaron Graham. So those 3 boys are leading the field with support coming from their teammates. Jack Handley over there in lane 5 now has the advantage as we're going down into the final turn, and he is leading ahead of Oscar Wharton and Aaron Graham. So Jack goes into that final turn, 1:47.45. He entered on a 2:27.50. Oscar Wharton in second. Aaron Graham is in third place. But coming up in this lane 3 there is Aaron Robertson, also Wren 96. Can he make any inroads into the second and third placings there? Come up alongside Aaron Graham now, but it is no doubt who the winner here is. Wren 96, Jack Handley, and he comes home in a 2:22.70. Improvement on his entry time. Second place goes to lane 2's Oscar Wharton of Dumfries, 2:25.62. And third place goes to lane 3, Aaron Robertson, in a time of 2:29.37. A hard-fought battle there between lanes 1 and 2 in the closing stages. Sorry, 1 and 3, I beg your pardon.
So our 7th heat, Gordon McLeod, South Ayrshire. 2, Archie Lawson, Stirling Swimming. 3, Reece Ferguson, Wren 96. 4, Cameron Miller, South Ayrshire. 5 is Lewis Sinclair, Rutherglen, and 6, Andrew Hendry from Scotia. So 2:21 through to 2:25 and a half are the entry times here. And a good contest here, 3 and 2. Archie Lawson and 2 just behind Rhys Ferguson from Wren. And got a body length advantage Rhys has at halfway. Nice turn as well, just extends that further. And the Wren swimmers going particularly well down the third 50. Other 3 boys over in 4, 5 and 6. Good contest between them, but they've got a lot to do to make up on our leader, who's going particularly well now. Rhys Ferguson pulled maybe 3 or 4 clear of Andrew Lawson. Not much between Lewis and Cameron for third place. Out that final turn, 1:42.70. Well, almost 3-second advantage now over over Archie Lawson. So let's hope that this can finish strongly and get inside 2:20. Inside the final 10 metres now. I'm pretty certain he's going to get some like 2:17. And he's looking good for that. 2:17.29. (2:22.18). Very strong finish for Andrew Hendry, taking second, and third 2:23.05. Archie Lawson.
This is the final heat of event 303, heat 8, lane 1, Charlie Lynn, Inverclyde. 2, Nathan Zaral. Dumfries and his teammate Yasin Hattab swims in lane 3. 4, Daniel Letham, Cumbernauld, with an empty lane 5. And 6, Nate Uppington, Wren 96. And it's the yellow cap of Cumbernauld, Daniel Letham, that leads the field into the first turn in a time of 30.42. So just about half a second faster than the heat we have just seen. But up alongside Daniel is lane 3's Yasin Hattab. Dumfries, his teammate Nathan Zarel, right on his toes. So fairly tight as the boys come into the halfway mark. Daniel Letham just has the advantage over Yasin Hattab. Pretty tight, and it's going to be just Daniel there. 1:03.67 and 1:03.79. So almost nothing to split those two boys. After the turn there, stroke for stroke there in the middle of the pool. And it is Nathan Zaral holding the third place ahead of Charlie Lynn of Inverclyde and Nate Uppington of Wren 96. And into the final turn, and we still have our two leaders, Daniel Letham, Yasin Hattab. Absolutely nothing to split those two boys at the turn there. So, final 50 metres. Pushing each other on all the way here. Daniel looks like he now has the advantage. He's moving ahead of the Dumfries swimmer, Yasin Hattab. Got a body length on him now. This race belongs to Daniel, the Cumbernauld swimmer. Entered on a 2:12.80. He's going to smash that this morning. There we go, 2:10.26. Yasin Hattab coming in a 2:11.69. And third place goes to Yasin's teammate Nathan Yutaral in a time of 2:17.42.
So we're on to the girls' turn. 8 heats for them now. In lane 1. From Inverclyde, Callagher, Charlotte Connor in 2, Motherwell Wishaw 3, Charlotte Davidson, South Ayrshire 4, Abby Brawls from Dumfries, and in 5, Olivia Taylor, Lanark, 2:51.70 to 2:54.70 are the entry times in this one. Going nicely in lanes 4 and 2, 36.16 and 37.40 respectively. Abby Brawls, Charlotte Connor. And those two still pretty close at around 70 metres. Other 3 girls probably about a body length back on those 2 girls. Two 11-year-olds in this race. They're the youngest taking part, Callagher in 1 and Olivia Taylor over in 5. We now have a slight change of leader. Charlotte Connor, the Motherwell swimmer, has gone about a second clear. Just confirming the medalists for the boys 200 free in the 11-12-year-old category. Aaron Graham, North Ayrshire, Adam Khan, Mulgan Bearsten, and Jamie Pitt, South Ayrshire. 13-year-olds, Rhys Ferguson, Ren 96, teammate Jack Hanley in 2nd, Cameron Miller, South Ayrshire in 3rd. And coming down to the 150 mark, still a little between those 2 girls, 2:03.64, 2:04.72. Just a slightly larger gap. And the 14-year-old boys, Daniel Letham takes gold from Cumbernauld, Yasin Hattab, Dumfries silver, and his teammate Nathan Zorro takes the bronze. Still both the girls all to play for, and coming back very strongly, Abby Brawls, the Dumfries swimmer, bringing a late surge and going past into the lead again. Finishing extremely strongly is the Lanark swimmer Olivia Taylor. No doubt who's going to take this one. Abby Brawls from Dumfries takes that. Charlotte Connor hangs on to take 2nd, just ahead of Olivia Taylor in 3rd. The winning time 2:45.12, 2:47.37 for Charlotte, and Olivia 2:48.54. Our second heat has Sylvie Mitchell, Stirling swimming in 1, empty lane in 2, Anna Wilson, Inverclyde, goes in 3. Isabella Shanks, Bellshill Sharks 4. Sophie Anderson, South Ayrshire 5. And Ava Stevenson, Stranraer Stingrays in 6. 2:48.54 to 2:51.37. So barely 3 seconds cover the field on entry times. A strong start in the 2 middle lanes. Lanes 3, 4 and 5 turning pretty well together. It's just a slight advantage, Sophie Anderson, 36.34. Those three still very much together. Coming down with around 75 metres gone. Other 2 girls some way further back. Anna Wilson, Inverclyde, maybe just has the minor advantage, but there's very little between the 3 girls. Well, halfway, 100th in it, still advantage with Sophie, 1:17.96, 1:17.97. So a quarter or so of a second between the 3 girls. They're basically separated by around 2.5 seconds on entry times. So let's see if one of them makes a move here. Still very, very tight coming down to the 150 mark. Possibly just Anna Wilson ahead of Isabella Shanks and Sophie Anderson. So as we hit the 150, 2:00.60, 2:01.05 and 2:01.98 for Anna, Isabella and Sophie. And off the turn, it's still an advantage with the Inverclyde swimmer. Bellshill Lass is coming back at it. Those 2 have pulled away from Sophie Anderson. All to play for down the final 20 metres or so. Isabella Shanks putting a determined challenge to try and get past Anna Wilson. Anna's holding her so far and just pulls that little bit extra out. Inverclyde pulls away at the death and wins it fairly comfortably in the end. 2:37.98, 2:40.14 for Isabella and Sophie. 2:43, 2:44.29, just touched out by the fast finishing lane 1. So Sylvia Mitchell from Stirling Swimming, 2:43.14. Good PBs for those 4 girls.
And this is Heat 3, empty lane 1. 2, Olivia Orostegui, Motherwell Wishall. 3, Erin Long, Ren 96. 4, Hallie White, East Kilbride. 5, Poppy Bigger, Kilmarnock. And 6, Abby Grattan, Stranraer. 12-year-olds and one 13-year-old in the water, times ranging from 2:42 through to 2:48 here. Let's have a watch at the first turn here. Lane 4, I think, will turn first. She does, 36.02. So lane 4, that's Hallie White, the East Kilbride swimmer. Leading that ahead of Ren 96 is Erin Long. So East Kilbride continue to lead this coming into the halfway mark. East Kilbride's Hallie White ahead of Erin Long and Poppy Bigger either side of her. I think probably Erin just has the advantage over her teammate. So Hallie White leading there. Lane 3, Erin Long has second place. And Poppy Bigger, the Kilmarnock swimmer, was in third. Olivia, the Motherwell and Wishaw swimmer, moving up into third place now as the girls go down to the final turn. The advantage still lies with East Kilbride's Hallie White, turning there in a 2:02.03. Erin Long, 2:02.98 and behind her, and Olivia Arosgui in 2:04.57. Girls come down to the final, and Erin Long has now gained the advantage. The 12-year-old from RIN 96, a member of the Junior Academy this year, and Erin moves in, but coming back at her is Hallie White. This is a real battle in the closing stages between these two girls. Erin Long's regained the advantage. Can she hang on to this in the closing stages? And she does. 2:42.44 for her, with Hallie White taking second place in a 2:42.82, and third place goes to lane 6, Abby Grattan Stranraer, in a 2:47.66. Disqualification in that heat in lane 2 for a technical infraction.
Fourth heat. Lane 1, Chloe Gibson, Bellshill Sharks. 2, Olivia May Johnston, Ren 96. 3, Josephine Painton, City of Glasgow. 4, Laurie Johnston, Ren 96. 5, Emma Burrow, City of Glasgow. And 6, Marisa Boyce from North Ayrshire. 2:35.20 through to 2:42 on the nose. Pretty close at the first turn. 35.07. Lane 2 just turning in the lead. Olivia May Johnston and Josephine Payton. Still those two girls, that'll separate them. Olivia May and Josephine. Either side of them, Chloe Gibson, Laurie Johnston. It's now Josephine that takes it up. 1:14.59. She's got the fastest entry time by a few seconds over the rest of the field. She's got a 2:35, whereas Laurie and Olivia are in at 2:39. And this looks pretty comfortable now for Josephine, pulling away from the rest of the field. She's gone at least 4 or 5 metres clear now, and a very good penultimate 50. So off the turn, 1:53.84. So every chance you can get just a smidgen perhaps over the 2:30 mark here. Excellent contest for third place. Emma flying in lane 5 now. She's making significant headway. Wouldn't be surprised if she snatches second. No doubt who's got this one. Just a little bit over the 2:30 mark, and a great race. Great swim for Josephine. Hanging on for second place, Laurie Johnson just ahead of Emma Burrell. 2:39.57 and 2:39.62. It was tight between those two. Don't have the hundredths, but 2:32.2 for Josephine. Good swim from her.
This is heat 6, lane 1. I beg your pardon, start that again. This is heat 5, in fact. Lane 1, Eleanor Osborne, East Kilbride. 2, Louisa McNeish, South Ayrshire, empty lane 3. 4, Phoebe McLachlan, Cumbernauld. 5, Heidi Addison, Hamilton. 6, Paige Bennett, Cumbernauld. And it's lane 4, Phoebe McLachlan, the Cumbernauld swimmer, leading the field into the first turn. 33.25 for her, entered on a 2:32. It's taken this early lead. Lanes 5 and lane 2 in behind her, so Louisa McNeish and Heidi Addison in second and third at the first turn. And the Cumbernauld swimmer continues to lead the field as we come up to the halfway mark. The South Ayrshire swimmer, Louisa McNeish, is coming up alongside her. Louisa may well take the turn here. No, Phoebe hung on to that at the turn, but Louisa is right alongside her as we go down to the 150 mark. And looks like now Louisa has that advantage, the 14-year-old from South Ayrshire. Her entry time was 2:33.50. As Phoebe McLachlan moves back into second place, and it is Louisa who turns first, 1:52.23. Just over a second advantage from the Cumbernauld swimmer Phoebe McLachlan. And third place is Heidi Addison, Hamilton Baths, at that final turn. So can Phoebe do anything to get back up into her first place? And she is moving through the water really nicely now. She looks like she may well have gained the advantage from the South Ayrshire swimmer, who is responding. The girls are coming down into the closing stages of this race. The Phoebe catch, I think this will go to Louisa. She's going to get this one. She does indeed, in a 2:30.16 and a 2:30.34 for Phoebe McLachlan. So really tight finish for those girls there. And touching in third place, and in lane 5, Heidi Addison, Hamilton Baths, in a time of 2:37.75.
Sixth heat. In 1, Erin Purden, Lanark. 2, Rebecca Motion, East Kilbride. 3, Sandy Kerry, Cumbernauld. 4, Casey Chris, East Kilbride. 5, Beth Gillis, Hamilton Baths. And 6, Hannah McMillan, North Ayrshire. It starts in 4 and 5. Casey Chris, Beth Gillis going well. Let's see if some of them can get under that 2:30 mark. We've not had anyone yet. Oldfield just actually bang on that. 2:30 dead through to 2:32.20. Of course, these are all long course conversions from short course. A very strong start indeed over that far side. Lanes 4 and 5 still all almost together. Casey Crisp in 4. White cap of East Kilbride. And the distinct red H for Hamilton Baths in 5. And East Kilbride, Hamilton, and North Ayrshire, 1, 2, 3, 10.05, 10.93 and 12.05 respectively. And those three have the race between them. If anything, it's lanes 4 and 5 still. Casey Chris, Beth Gillis, with Hannah a little bit further back in third. On the near side. Probably Erin Purden just shades that one. At the moment, East Kilbride swimmer looks as though she has this one. Couple of seconds advantage now. 1:49.06, 1:51.11. Well, it looks like we may well have our first swimmer under the 2:30 mark here. Casey's going really strongly down the final stretch, and flying at the end, her teammate Rebecca Motion in lane 2. I don't think she's going to get second, but you never know. But Casey Chris comes down strongly to take this one. Very tight for second, hanging on in lane 5 and just hanging on and no more to take second place. Beth Gillis, 2:30.83. A strong finishing Rebecca Motion, 2:30.99 takes third. But a really strong swim, 2:26.46 for Casey.
So this is Heat 7, the penultimate heat of event 304. And we have in lane 1, Ellie Mayer, Hamilton Bath. 2, Olivia Lynn, Inverclyde. Empty lane 3, 4, Isla Russo, Renfrew Baths. 5, Ella Craig, Ren 96. 6, Ruby Hunter, Hamilton Baths. And turn into the first turn, and it is lane 4, Isla Russo, Renfrew Baths, 32.70. Leading ahead of Inverclyde's Olivia Lynn, and in turn, Hamilton Bath's Ruby Hunter. So just one 13-year-old here, the Ren 96 Ella Craig, swimming in lane 5. The other girls are all battling for medal positions in the 14-year-old age group. But coming into the halfway mark, looking very strong there in the lead, Isla Russo. Inverclyde's Olivia Lynn, not too far behind her, however, 109 against the 110. And it is lane 6, Ruby Hunter still in third place there. So Ellie Mayer and Ella Craig are not too far away, however. There is still time to get yourselves up into medal positions. So going into the final turn, lane 4. Isla Russo turns first, 1:47.49. Just under 1.5 second lead on Inverclyde's Olivia Lynn. So are we going to see another battle in this final stretch of this 200 IM? Sorry, beg your pardon, 200 freestyle in fact, sorry. But no, Isla Russo has the lead. There is water between her and Olivia Lynn. This race belongs to Isla. She's led right from the start. Let's have a look at the clock against her entry time. And she finishes there in a 2:24.60 with Olivia Lynn in second place, 2:25.88. And third place goes to Ruby Hunter, Hamilton Baths in a 2:28.87.
Our final heat, Heat 8, 1, Emma Patterson, City Glasgow. 2, Robin Maxwell, Dumfries. 3, Becca Malling from Belsill Sharks. 4, Eva Gordon, City Glasgow. 5, Emily Taylor, Lanark. 6, Lemilne, City Glasgow. 2:17.70 to 2:22.21. The times in this one. Lane 5 off smartly on 6, 31.81. It's Lula Mill out very strongly indeed from Lanark's Emily Taylor, a 13-year-old. Rebecca Marling coming through as well to challenge them. Just off her shoulder, Owen Maxwell from Dumfries in lane 2. Lane 1, Emma Patterson. And it's lane 6, I think, just with the advantage. There's not a lot in it. Rebecca's come through strongly in that second 50. 107.06, 107.36 and 107.79 for Emily Taylor. And the race now developing with 75 to go. Those three girls have pulled away from the rest of the field. And Lula Mill still over on that far side. And Rebecca's now beginning to get going in the latter stages of his penultimate 50. Rebecca now strikes the front. 144.02. 144.39 for Lula. 145.10 for Emily. Down the final stretch. Belsilk swimmer now beginning to get to work pretty strongly and pulling away from the rest of the field. Going to win this fairly easily at the end. Gone probably about 2 meters clear. And pulling further and further away. Good solid swim from Rebecca. Takes that in a 2:19.67. Lula Milne finishes second. Oh, it was tight for third. The fast finishing Robin Maxwell from Dumfries. 2:21.92 snatched at third place, just ahead of Emily Taylor. 2:21.98. Good swim from her, the 13-year-old.
So we move on to event 305. This is the male and open 11 to 14 100-meter butterfly. We have 8 heats of this morning. This is heat 1 in lane 2, Tyler Good, City of Glasgow. 3, Fraser Reid, Hamilton, Bath. And 4, Woody Keddy, Cumbernauld. And it is Fraser Reid, the 11-year-old from Hamilton Baths, who will lead the field into the turn at the halfway mark. We're on to the shorter distances now. 42.50 for him, entered in a, I beg your pardon, that in fact was Woody Keddy, the Cumbernauld swimmer, who led the field in there. But coming down the final length here, the Cumbernauld swimmer, Hamilton Baths, matching each other. Woody Keddy, Fraser Reid. Woody just has the advantage now by about half a body length, battling for medals in different age groups. And the Hamilton Bath swimmer has now gained the advantage in the closing meters of this 100-meter butterfly for the boys this morning, and it is indeed Hamilton Bath's Fraser Reid, 1:34.66, smashed his entry time of 1:43.20. Second place goes to Woody Keddy, also smashed his entry time, 1:36.21 against a 1:43.40. And an improvement on his entry time for a third place, Tyler Good, completes heat 1. Disqualification in lane 2 for a technical infraction in that heat. Just complete to give you the results for event 304, the girls 11 to 12, 200 metre freestyle. Bronze medal goes to Hallie White, East Kilbride. Silver, Erin Long, Ren 96, and her teammate Laurie Johnson takes gold. 13-year-old girls, bronze goes to Casey Crisp, East Kilbride. Silver, Emily Taylor, Lanark. Gold, Robin Maxwell, Dumfries.
On to our second heat. 2, we have Jude McEwen, Renfrew Baths. 3, Ben Haggerty, Kilmarnock. 4, Oscar Miller. 5, Samuel Wardle, both from East Kilbride. 141 to 143.10. Again, all these will be long course conversions. So those times could be way different to what they actually do. Strong start in lane 2, Jude McEwen from Renfrew Baths. And in second place, the Kilmarnock swimmer Ben Haggerty. .43.20 at halfway. And still, as you were, those two boys, 1 and 2, the two Kilbride swimmers virtually together. We just lane 5, shading it, Samuel. It's tightening up at the head of affairs here. Coming through very strongly, Kilmarnock swimmer Ben Haggerty. He's trying desperately to get his head in front here. And inside the final few metres, Ben Haggerty is finishing just a little bit stronger, and he's going to take this one at the death. Ben Haggerty takes that. Second place, Jude McEwen. And in lane 4, finishing in third, Oscar Miller. 1:35.06 winning time. We'll just wait for that to be confirmed. 1:36.23 the time for Ben, and 1:43.16 for Oscar. And disqualifications, lanes 4 and 5 for technical infractions.
And we move on to Heat 3. In lane 1, Reed Mitchell, East Kilbride. 2, Joshua Easton, Lark Hall. 3, Ben Hemmings, Stranraer. 4, Dylan Farrell, City of Glasgow. 5, Austin Montgomery, Cumbernauld. And 6, Seth Jones, Dumfries. And it's lane 5, Austin Montgomery, the Cumbernauld swimmer, who has taken the early lead over there on the far side with the distinctive yellow cap. So we have one 11-year-old in lane 2, Joshua Easton, against 13-year-olds here. And turning first, it is indeed lane 5. So Austin Montgomery ahead of Ben Hemmings and Joshua Easton. Our 11-year-old is in third place at the turn there. So the Stranraer swimmer trying to get himself past that the Cumbernauld swimmer there over there in lane 5. It was Austin Montgomery, Ben Hemmings. And Ben looks like he may well have the advantage, but let's watch Joshua Easton in lane 2, really moving through the water in the second half of this race. He's got the advantage now over the Stranraer swimmer and Cumbernauld. It's Joshua Easton, the Lark Hall swimmer, who will take this in a 1:28.34. Ahead of Stranraer's Ben Hemmings, 1:30.19. And in third place, Austin Montgomery Cumbernauld in a 1:32.79. Disqualification for technical infractions in lanes 1 and 6 in heat 3.
Our fourth of the 8 heats, Andrew McLaughlin, Kilmarnock in 1. Adam Reid, East Kilbride 2. Kyle McQuaker, Kintyre in 3. Lealou from City Glasgow in 4. And slowly off the blocks, Adam Can, Mulgain Bearstead. He's had a very good meet, Adam, and he's going very strongly after that slow start. He's got an entry time of 1:20.80. Slowest time 1:32.30, fastest time 1:25.47. No real surprise to see Adam storming out 37.87. Virtually 3 seconds clear of Kyle McQuaker, lad from Kintyre. And the rest of the field pretty well together. But this is a really good swim in lane 5. Working very hard down the final 15 metres. Strong finish in lane 2. Adam Reid, East Kilbride. And Adam Can just maybe tying up a wee bit here in the final 15 metres. They're certainly coming back at him. Adam's going to hang on and take this one. Very tight for second place. Adam takes it. Looks like it's going to be lanes 3 and 4. Kyle McQuaker, Tyre and Lealou, City Glasgow, 1:26.47, the winning time for Adam. Unfortunate disqualification, lane 5, technical infraction. So that now promotes lane 3, Kyle McQuaker, 1:29.20.
Next moment we move on to Heat 5. In lane 1, Joshua McCluskey, Kilmarnock. 2, Struan Henry, Dumfries. 3, Ethan Roddy, City of Glasgow. And his teammate, Kerr Martin, swims in lane 4. 5, Aidan O'Dowd, South Ayrshire. And his teammate, Bruno Vignan, swims in lane 6. So it is lane 2. Struan Henry, the Dumfries swimmer, who has the early lead just ahead of Aidan O'Dowd there in lane 5, 34.20 against a 35.15. And then third place was Bruno Vignan, South Ayrshire, at the turn. So can the Dumfries swimmer hold on to this lead? Certainly looks like he is at the moment, but the South Ayrshire swimmer, Aidan O'Dowd, is giving it a really good go here, trying to get himself up alongside the Dumfries swimmer. Lanes 2, lanes 5. Coming up alongside now. Dumfries swimmer Struan Henry still has this, and he will take this. Really good effort on that last 50 from Aidan O'Dowd, but just ran out of water there. So Dumfries' Struan Henry finishes in a time of 1:16.27, 1:16.86 for Aidan O'Dowd, and third place goes to lane 6, Bruno Vignan, South Ayrshire, in a time of 1:17.60.
So our sixth heat, we have Jack Hanley, Ren 96 in 1, Empty Lane in 2, Hamish Black, South Ayrshire 3, teammate Max Clark goes in 4, 5, Zachary Pine, Inverclyde, and 6, Andrew Henry from Scotia. 1:14.90 to 1:20.10 are the times in this one. And strongly away in lane 3, Hamish Black, South Ayrshire. 34.53, just ahead of his teammate. 34.59, Max Clark. Roughly a second further back, Zachary Pine from Inverclyde. The two guys in the middle lanes. South Ayrshire, Hamish Black now pulling away from his teammate Max Clark. So Hamish is going to take this from Max. Third place looks to be Zachary Pine, over in 5. So 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to be the first 4 home. 1:13.96. 1:14.85 for Max, and Zachary 1:17.48. Excellent swims, lads, and also a nice 1:18.07 for Andrew, all getting good long course PBs.
And this is Heat 7. Lane 1, Callan Chester, City of Glasgow. 2, Nathan Zaral, Dumfries. 3, Finn McDonald, East Kilbride. Empty lane 4. 5, Rhys Ferguson, Ren 96. And 6, Alex Jacovides from Inverclyde. 13 and 14-year-olds in the water. Entry time ranging from 1:13.20 through to 1:14.64. And going into the turn, it is lane 5, 32.35 for Rhys McFerguson of Ren 96, leading ahead of Callan Chessa and Nathan Zaral at the halfway mark. Let's see what happens as we come down with about half a length to go. It is still the Ren 96 swimmer, Rhys Ferguson, leading this. He has a good advantage over the rest of the field. Battle going on for second place, however, lanes 2, lane 6, as Rhys Ferguson comes in to finish his race this morning. Entered on a 1:14, finishes on a 1:08. The battle for second place, and that is won by lane 6 in a 1:13.51 for Alex Jacovides, with Nathan Zaral coming in third place in a 1:13.52.
Eighth and final heat. 1, Nate Uppington, Ren 96. 2, Olora McElwraith, Cumbernauld. 3, Yasin Tatab. Dumfries. 4, Samuel Ruffs. 5, Jensen Basketer, both City Glasgow. And 6, Sam Perry, called Avondale. 107.26 to 112.71. So 5.5 seconds roughly cover the field. And strongly away in lane 4. Samuel Ruff. Also well there in 1 and 3. Nate Uppington, Yasin Hatab. So down the final 20 odd metres. Still the advantage with the City of Glasgow swimmer Samuel Ruff coming through strongly. Yasin Hatab to challenge. Just dropping back a wee bit is Nate Uppington. Nobody's going to catch Samuel Ruff now. Solid swim from the City of Glasgow swimmer. Samuel Yasin. And just getting in third in lane 1 was Nate. 107.50. 108.25 for Yasin. And 110.65. Good swim from Nate. Just concluding the girls' 200 free. 14-year-olds Rebecca Marling, Bellshill Sharks, Lola Milne, City Glasgow, and her teammate Emma Patterson in third.
And this is event 306. It's the females 11 to 14 100 metre butterfly, and we have 10 heats this morning. This is heat 1, lane 2, Sarah Purden, Lanark. 3, Robin Forbes, Mulgai and Bearsden. And 4, Hannah Malloy, East Kilbride. Just look away from the pool a moment and confirm the results for event 305. The boys 11 to 12 100 metre butterfly. Bronze medal goes to Ben Haggerty, Kilmarnock. Silver, Fraser Reid, Hamilton Baths, and gold, Joshua Easton, Lark Hall. Back in the pool, let's have a look. It's lane 3 leading. Robin Forbes, Mulgai and Bearsden swimmer, 43, 48, I think the board said before it changed there. It is Robin leading ahead of Sarah Purden and Hannah Malloy. So the girls come down to about half a length still to go. And the results for the 13-year-old boys 100 metre butterfly: bronze, Aidan O'Dowd, South Ayrshire; silver, Alex Jacovides, Inverclyde; and gold, Reese Ferguson, Ren 96. So we're coming into the closing stages, and the Mulgai and Bearsden, Robin Forbes led almost from the beginning here. She's going to take this one, the first heat in this 100 metre butterfly. For the girls, 1:37.17. Second place goes to lane 2, Sarah Purden. And from Lanark in a time of 1:14, well, sorry, that's just been adjusted, 1:38.66. And third place goes to lane 4, East Kilbride's Hannah Malloy, in a time of 1:43.11.
Heat 2, 1, Sky Bailey, East Kilbride. 2, Nina MacArthur, Inverclyde. 3, Olivia Taylor, Lanark. 4, Amy O'Brien, Mulgai and Bearsden. And 5, Lucy Forbes, East Kilbride. 1:35.40 to 1:37.9. Just confirming the medalist for the 14-year-old boys butterfly: Samuel Ruff, City Glasgow; Yasin Hatab, Dumfries; and Nate Uppington, Ren 96. Now going very strongly is Nina McLafferty, the Inverclyde swimmer, in 2. Also well there in 5 and 4. Also Lucy Forbes, 43.17 and 5, 42.75 for Amy O'Brien. Down the final 30 odd metres. All to play for. So Amy trying to get back on Nina here. Nina still with maybe half a metre advantage. So Nina, Amy coming through strongly to challenge now. A little between the two. Nina and Amy. It's still Inverclyde Swimmer just with a slight edge, but that's diminishing. She's just going to hold on. Nina, Amy, and in third place will be Olivia. 1:34.76 the winning time. 1:36.58 for Amy, and Olivia 1:38.45.
And this is Heat 3. In lane 1, Clara Taylor, Lanark. 2, Penelope McVeigh, Kingston. 3, Sophie Miller, Kintyre. 4, Scout McGillivray, Lanark. 5, Chloe MacDonald, Hamilton Baths. And 6, Harley Cairns, North Ayrshire. And girls coming up to the turn now. And it is lane 4, Scout McGillivray, the Lanark swimmer, for 40 exactly. Lane 3, Sophie Miller in behind her. And Chloe MacDonald in third place at the turn there. Scout McGillivray still has the advantage over lane 3, Sophie Miller. Half a length to go here. Can she retain this? Battle for third place going on in behind Scout and Sophie. Harley Cairns, Chloe MacDonald, Clara Taylor. Clara's fallen back a little bit just as Scout McGillivray finishing at a time of 1:27.99, an improvement on her entry time. Set in behind her, lane 3, Sophie Miller. Sorry, just being updated here. There's disqualification in lane 3 for a technical infraction, which means Carly Cairns takes second place in a time of 1:34.04. And third place goes to Chloe MacDonald in a time of 1:34.52. Another disqualification in that heat, lane 2 for a technical infraction.
So our next heat is heat 4. Abby Grattan, Stranraer Stingrays 1. Sophie Cowie, Kilmarnock 2. Alexa Gregory, Kilbride 3. Emma Burrock, City Glasgow 4. Isla Grant, Kilmarnock 5. Isabella Shanks, Bellshill Sharks is in lane 6. 1:31.90 to 1:33.20. So on paper, little between all 6 swimmers. Already they're pretty well strung out. Lanes 6 and 4 perhaps. 40-21, 40-77. Isabella and Emma respectively. So it's lane 6 still with the advantage. Also swimmer Isabella Shanks. Second place Emma Birrell. Coming through very strongly in lane 1. Sunrise Abby Grattan to try and challenge for third. But at the moment, Isabella Shanks is holding this. She's going to take that from Emma Burrell. That will be the 1-2. Third place is going to be lane 5. Kilmarnock's Isla Grant. So the times 1:26.97, 1:27.89, and we'll just wait for lane 5, 1:34.70, confirmed as third place, Isla Grant. Just coming back to that last heat, disqualifications, lanes 2 and 3 for technical infractions.
And this is Heat 5, Lave 1, Amelia Williams, Lanark 2, Olivia May Johnson, Ren 96. We have empty lanes 3 and 4. 5, Amber Patterson, Sterling Swimming, and 6, Charlotte Connor, Motherwell Wishaw. So 2 13-year-olds and 2 12-year-olds here. Right, the early leads are going to lanes 2 and 6, Olivia May Johnson and Charlotte Connor. Difficult to see who's just going to go into the turn first from where I am, but that goes to lane 2, Olivia May Johnson, 39.69 against a 40.07, so very close between Olivia May Johnson and Charlotte Connor at the turn there. It's still these two that are leading ahead of Amelia Williams and Amber Patterson. Amelia Williams in line 1, though, I think has the advantage certainly for third place, but she's coming up half a body length ahead between her and Olivia May Johnson, but this is all to play for in these closing stages. Possibly the advantage lane to lane 6, Charlotte Connor, and she does take that. 1:29.24 ahead of Olivia May Johnson in lane 2, 1:30.16, and third place did in fact go to Amelia Williams, a cracking second half of a race for her in a 1:32.30.
Heat 6, 1, Lewis Chisholm, Stirling Swimming. 2, Aaron Milligan, Kilmarnock. 3, Rebecca Motion, East Kilbride. 4, Hannah Gaffney, Rutherglen. 5, Poppy Bigger, Kilmarnock. And 6, Kalia here, Inverclyde. Pretty strong start, Rebecca Motion. Also well there, Milligan in lane 2. Over the far side, Kalia here from Inverclyde, also travelling nicely. I think it's just East Kilbride swimmer. Rebecca Motion with the advantage, 39.03, 39.80 for Kalia. Coming down with around 30 to go. Still Rebecca Motion. Aaron Milligan trying to get on terms in lane 2, but Rebecca's holding on so far. Kalia is still going pretty well over on the far side. So I think it's between those two, Rebecca Motion, Kalia here. That looks to be guaranteed the 1-2. Third place looks to be third, Aaron Milligan. Rebecca, Kalia, and Rowan at 124.68, 127.44 for Kalia, and 127.84 for Rowan.
Heat 7, lane 1, Orla McLernan, Cumbernauld. 2, Kaylin Macaulay, Lark Hall. 3, Murren Ramsey, Inverclyde. 4, Clara McMahon, Lanark. 5, Molly Martin, City of Glasgow. And 6, Erin Purden, Lanark. So the girls go up to the halfway mark, and looks like it is lane 4. Clara McMahon, the Lanark swimmer, maybe has the advantage, but no, it's going to go to, it's actually lane 1, beg your pardon there. Orla McLernan, the Cumbernauld swimmer, turns first, 36.47 ahead of Lark Hall's Kaylin Macaulay, and Clara McMahon Lanark in third place at the turn there. So continuing with her lead, and we come down to about half a length to go. It's the distinctive yellow cap of Cumbernauld, Orla McLernan, who is leading this, the 13-year-old, entered on a 123.70. Battle for second place. I think the advantage lies with lane 3 now, Murren Ramsey from Inverclyde. Third place is anyone's guess from lanes 2, 5 and 6, as Cumbernauld, Orla McLernan finishes there in a time of 1:22.17. Second place goes to Murren Ramsey, from Inverclyde, 1:22.78. And third place in a 1:25.09. Look how close the third, fourth and fifth places are there. Goes to lane 6, Erin Purden.
Our eighth heat, Kayla Morrison, Stirling Swimming in 1, Morven Getty, Mulgine Beersten 2, Phoebe McLaughlin, Cumbernauld 3, Ellie Mayer, Hamilton Bass 4, Erin Hughes, City Glasgow 5, and Zara McNeil. Rutherglen in lane 6. Going nicely so far is Cumbernauld Phoebe McLaughlin. Fastest on entry time 1:20.45, slowest 1:22.30. So approaching the halfway mark, and Cumbernauld started off in strictly strongly indeed, 35.4. Fastest we've seen so far, and every chance she's going to get a chance to get close to the 120 mark. Lane 2, Morven Getty, McGann Bears Den. Trying to get back on terms, but she's a long way off the pace here. Very strong swim from Phoebe McLaughlin. Phoebe's well clear of Morven Getty. We're very close for third. Phoebe McLaughlin, Morven Getty, and probably Lane 5, Erin Hughes. Great swim, 1:17.12. Tracking time, Morven 1:21.19, and Lane 5 1:23.57. Erin Hughes finishes third.
Heat 9, the penultimate heat of event 306. In lane 1, Anna Wilson, Inverclyde. 2, Heidi Shaw, Ren 96. 3, Amy Robertson, Cumbernauld. 4, Hazel Shue, Ren 96. 5, Josephine Painton, City of Glasgow. And 6, Charlotte Shanks, Bells Hill Sharks. And it is lane 3, Amy Robertson, Cumbernauld swimmer, just seen her teammate win her heat. She's leading into the turn there, 35.50. Entered on a 1:16, right where she should be on the basis of entry times, but coming up alongside her, Ren 96 is Heidi Shaw. We saw her in the leading position and winning earlier this morning. Heidi's trying to get right up alongside and past the Cumbernauld swimmer. Third place advantage lies with lane 4 and 96 Hazel Shue now. But coming into the closing stages, the Cumbernauld swimmer just holding this, but moving really well through the water, Ren 96. And she takes it, and 1:16.59 goes to Heidi Shaw. And in second place, Amy Robertson, Cumbernauld, in a 1:16.73. And third place goes to Hazel Shue, Ren 96, in a 1:21.39.
Our 10th and final heat. Sophie Haining, Bells Hill Sharks in 1. Teammate Amy Rimmer in 2. Charlotte Craig, Ren 96 in 3. Emily Taylor, Lanark in 4. Robin Maxwell Dumfries 5. Cara Broadley, Stirling swimming in 6. Well, very close. Amy Rimmer going well in 2, but Charlotte Craig maybe just shades it a little between the two swimmers at this early stage. Emily Taylor well there in 4. It's all pretty tight coming down to the first 50. Charlotte Craig probably just, well, it's very tight, as I said, 33 dead. Amy Rimmer from her teammate, 33.25. Sophie Haining. Still Amy Rimmer going very nicely in lane 2, but here comes Charlotte Craig at the death. Flying as a Ren 90 swimmer inside the final 25. Oh, she's cruising now. Going to take this by 2 or 3 metres. Amy Rimmer will get second. Well, going to be close for third. And a great second 50. Charlotte Craig, Amy Rimmer. And it looks like lane 4. Emily Taylor from Lanark takes third. 1:09.01. 1:12.23. 1:13.90. Well, 10 heats for 100 butterfly. We had lots for the boys. We'd just like to see some more of you do a 200 butterfly swimmers, because we were struggling yesterday, just the 2 or 3 heats. So please give it a lot of consideration. I've been mentioning this for a long time. We don't have enough swimmers doing 200 butterfly at districts. Let's see some more of it, please.
Event 307, the Male and Open 11 to 14, 50-metre freestyle, 13 heats. Heat 1, Lane 2, Lucas Jacovides, Inverclyde. 3, Cameron Smith, East Kilbride, and his teammate, Thomas O'Hare, swims in Lane 4. And taking the lead here, I think, is the Inverclyde swimmer, the 11-year-old Lucas Jacovides, entered on a 39.80. He certainly has the advantage in the closing meters there. Just keep an eye on the board and watch that he gets that touch. He does indeed in lane 2, 38.41 against a 38.71 for Cameron Smith and 40.05 for Thomas O'Hare.
There's a Donohan in 2, Renfrew Bass. Cross Rayside, East Kilbride 3, Jude McEwen, Renfrew Bass in 4. And it looks like it's Jude going to win this one pretty easily. Gone well clear of the other 2 boys. And a comfortable win there for Jude. Takes that in the 34.48. Ross second, and Ezra in third.
And this is heat 3, lane 1, Samuel Wardhood, 2, Ruben Armour, 3, Richard Connor, 4, Harris Johnson, 5, Anthony McGovern, and 6, Fraser Reid. And it is in the centre of the pool, Richard Connor, the 11-year-old from Lark Hall, who looks to me to have the advantage, but he'll need to watch. They are coming back at him. Certainly lane 4, Harris Johnson, the Kilmarnock swimmer, having a go at this, but the winner, in fact, it was Harris Johnson, takes that in a time of 35.40. I think we might need to wait for the board to update there. It's not showing a time for lane 3 at the moment. It looked to me like he may have had the advantage, but I'll stand, and he did indeed. So lane 3 takes that, Richard Connor. Harris Johnson in second place of Kilmarnock, and third place goes to Anthony McGovern from Kingston.
Oscar Miller, Nathan McRitchie, Finn Tulloch, Cameron Cowie, Murray Green, and Michael McGill. Looks like lane 3, Finn Tulloch. So lane 3 going really well. Finn's going to take this pretty comfortably from lane 4. 35.06, 35.21 and 35.87 for lane 1. Oscar Miller, Finn, nice swim from him. Disqualification, lane 2 for a technical infraction.
And we move on to Heat 5, Lane 1, Oliver Buchan, Lark Hall. 2, Ben Haggerty, Kilmarnock. 3, Benjamin Freestone, South Ayrshire. Empty Lane 4, 5, Demir Oimak, Hamilton Baths. And 6, Max Gray, Inverclyde. Looks like it's Oliver Buchan, the Lark Hall swimmer, who has the advantage here ahead of Lane 3's Benjamin Freestone. But it is a battle between these two, I think, for first place. It's the Lark Hall swimmer, I think, who may have that. He did indeed in a time of 34.46. So that's Oliver Buchan. Second place goes to Lane 3, Benjamin Freestone, South Ayrshire, 33.78. And third place goes to Inverclyde's Max Gray in a time of 34.94. Give you some results for event 306. The girls 11 to 12 100 metre butterfly. Bronze goes to Rowan Milligan, Kilmarnock. Silver, Callie O'Hare, Inverclyde, and her teammate Murren Ramsey takes gold.
So in lane 6, it's Xander Bennett, Ross Leslie. We have Rufus Turner in 3, Jamie Pitt 4, Seth Jones 5, Benjamin Wong Young in lane 6. Jamie Pitt in lane 4 is going to take this one. 34.90 entry time. Smashes that, 32.51. Second place, Seth Jones, 33.84. And Ross Leslie, 34.63 in third.
So the 13-year-old boys 100 metre butterfly results. Bronze medal, sorry, I beg your pardon, females, 13-year-old girls. Bronze goes to Amy Robertson, Cumbernauld. Silver, Robin Maxwell, Dumfries. And gold, Emily Taylor, Lanark. 14-year-old girls, bronze goes to Bellshill Sharks, Sophie Haining. Her teammate Amy Rimmer takes silver. And Charlotte Craig, Ren 96, takes gold. And this is Heat 7, Lane 1, Ben Hemmings. 2, Oscar Liddell. 3, Adam Reed. 4, Austin Montgomery. 5, Tyler Good. 6, Joshua Easton. And it is Lane 4, Austin Montgomery, who has the advantage, but coming back at him is Adam Reed, the East Kilbride swimmer. So it's our first place is going to come from lanes 3 or 4. Very tight as they go into the wall. But taking that was lane 4's Austin Montgomery of Cumbernauld in a 32.35. Adam Reed, East Kilbride, takes second in a 32.63. And third goes to Ben Hemmings from Stranraer in a 33.49.
Sorry, Tate, Bruno Vignan, Alexander McLaren, Alex Jacovidis, Lewis Tate, so Lewis Taft, Andrew McLaughlin, and Aidan O'Dowd. A little in it, Alexander McLaren, Alex Jacovidis, 2 and 3. Bit a little bit 2 and 2, Alex Jacovidis maybe just prevailing. 3 and 3, Alex. And then lane 5, 32-15, Bruno Vignan. So 3-2-1, Alex Jacovidis, 30-33, 31-19 for Alexander, 32-15, Bruno.
Heat 9, lane 1, Carl McQuaker. 2, Roman Jowett. 3, Joshua McCluskey. 4, Gordon McLeod. 5, Ben Gray. Empty lane 6. And it's lane 2, lane 4, Roman Jowett, Gordon McLeod, who are leading this field. They go down into the closing meters. I think it's probably lane 2, Roman Jowett, the Dumfries swimmer, that will take this. And he does in a time of 29.98. Second place goes to Gordon McLeod, South Ayrshire, 30.57. And third place goes to Ben Gray, Dumfries, in a 30.88. And this is Heat 10, Lane 1, Zach Neeson. 2, Adam Khan. 3, Lucas Ittadini. 4, Toby Wong. 5, Felix Broom. And 6, Rory Mayer. It looks like it is Lane 3, Lucas Ittadini of Kingston Swimmer, who may have the advantage. But it's still all to play for. Coming up alongside him, Lane 2, Adam Khan. But it is Luca that takes this in a 29.49, the Kingston swimmer. Second place goes to Adam Khan, the Milngavie Bears 10, 30.10. And third place goes to Toby Wong, Renfrew Bass, in a 30.65. And this is Heat 11, Lane 1, Oscar Wharton. 2, Oscar Wallace. 3, Aaron Graham. 4, Tynham Baird. 5, Lewis Sinclair. And 6, Sebastian Stevenson. And this is really tight going down towards the finish here. Possibly Lane 2, Oscar Wallace, the Milngavie Bears Den swimmer, will take this. And he does in a 29.60, ahead of Aaron Graham, 30.14, and Tynham Baird in a time of 30.16. Heat 12, lane 1, Zachary Pine. 2, Sam Perry. 3, Archie Lawson. 4, Andrew Hendry. 5, Hamish Black. And 6, Carter Jones. Again, another tight heat here, possibly lane 4. The green cap there of Andrew Hendry of Scotia. But let's watch lane 1, Zachary Pine, Inverclyde. Who's this going to go to? And it went to lane 4. Andrew Hendry of Scotia, 28.62, 28.86 for Zachary Pine in second place, and a 29.47 for third place, Sam Perry. Heat 13, the final heat of event 307. Lane 1, Charlie Lynn. Lane 2, the birthday boy, Liam Hendry. Empty lane 3, 4, Daniel Letham. 5, Callan Chesser. And 6, Nicky Tinch. And it is lane 2, Liam Hendry, the North Ayrshire 14-year-old, turns 14 today, who is leading this. He's going to take a gold medal for his efforts in a time of 27.90. Certainly taking first place, I beg your pardon. Second place goes to Daniel Lethan from Cumbernauld, 28.27. And Charlie Lynn of Inverclyde takes third in a 28.93. And we move on to event 308, and it's the turn of our females, 11 to 14-year-old 50-metre freestyle.
So just 10 heats for the girls. 1, Fanny Louise Carson, Kingston. Sophie Wilson, Bells Hill Sharks. Eva Quinn, Kintar. Keegan Christie, Scotia. Alexa Gregory, East Kilbride. That might be the Kintar last in lane 3, middle lane. Eva Quinn with the slight advantage coming into the final 5, final 10 metres rather. Is indeed Kiva Quinn who's going to take this. Well, it wasn't. I'll wait for that to be confirmed. I'm sure she got the touch, but I've maybe gone like Jackie blind. Jackie did call one earlier on and she was spot on. Well, there we go. 35.11. We got it right as well. Well done, Kiva.
So heat 2, lane 1, Alicia Morris. 2, Charlotte Davidson. 3, Jess Hall. 4, Ava Stevenson. 5, Alexandra Thompson. And an empty lane 6. We're pretty much in a line, I think. As we go into the closing meters, difficult to tell who's going to take this one. Really tight. Possibly lane 3. Looks like she has the advantage going there. In fact, no, caught. Ooh, that's not showing a time for lane 3 at the moment. Just wait for that to be updated. There we go. So lane 4, Eva Stevenson, 35.49. Jess Hall takes the second place, 35.90. And Alexandria Thompson in a 36.07.
So empty lane in 1 in heat 3. Charlotte Connor, Kristen Parker, Carly Cairns, Amber Patterson, Rachel Keenan. Nice start in lane 3 from Kirsty. Sterling Swimmer probably just maintains the advantage, but over in lane 6, Rachel Keenan going nicely. So it's between those two. For the final few meters, I think it's lanes 3 and 6. Just takes that 33 dead, 33.23 for Rachel Keenan. Carly Cairns 34.50 gets third place.
Heat 4, lane 1, Isabella Shanks. 2, Sophie Miller. 3, Nina McLafferty. Empty lane 4. 5, Olivia Arisgosqui. And 6, Penelope McVeigh. The entire swimmer, Sophie Miller, who has the advantage, but maybe also lane 6, lane 5, Olivia Aristori and Penelope McVeigh. All right, but they're all in the mix as we come into the closing stages. Will this go to lane 2? It does indeed. Kintyre swimmer Sophie Miller takes that, 33.21. Nina McLafferty in second, 33.49. And third place, Isabel Shanks in a time of 33.85.
Heat 5, Chloe Gibson 1, Sophie Anderson 2, Sana Whitley 3, empty 4, Amy O'Brien 5, Sophie Cowie in 6. Well, it looks like lane 3, Sana Whitley, just ahead of Sophie Anderson. So those two probably are 1 and 2. Lane 5 finishing strongly, Amy O'Brien. There's going to be lanes 3, 2, and probably 1. Lane 3 not registering, but I'm pretty certain she won that one. We'll wait for that time. There was no way it was a 39. That's better. 33.11. Winning time for Sana. Sophie, 33.69 and 33.82. Chloe Gibson.
And heat 6, lane 1, Hallie White, empty lane 2, 3, Laurie Johnson, 4, Anaya lane 5, Olivia Mae Johnson, and an empty lane 6. All going best end swimmer there in lane 4, Anaya lane, I think has the advantage to go into the closing stages of this 50-meter race here. It looks like she is ahead. Let's watch the scoreboard. She does. She takes that at a 33.02. In behind her, we have Ren 96, Laurie Johnson, 33.75. And Olivia Mae Johnson, Ren 96 also in a 33.86, takes third.
Millie Bell 1, Mazira Boyce 2, empty 3, Abby Brollis 4, Heidi Addison in 5, Paula McKelton in 6. It might just be lane 4 and 5. Having a contest, Heidi Addison in 5, Abby Brollis in 4. It might just be Abby in 4. Lane 6. 5 and 4th, 32.66. Heidi takes that from Abby Brolls, 32.97, and in lane 2, 33.36. Zero Boyce, qualification lane 1 for a technical infraction.
Shh. Could I just have your attention for a moment, please? We are reseeding event 401 at the beginning of this afternoon's session. That's the 800 metres. So could please all coaches, team managers, etc. be aware of this. We are reseeding and reducing the 800 metre this afternoon by 1 heat. Just to make everybody aware before we go for lunch. Thank you. And we move on to Heat 8, Lane 1, Kayla Morrison, 2, Olivia Lynn, 3, Louisa McNeish, 4, Morven Getty, 5, Sophie Haining, and 6, Holly Walker. And it's Sophie Haining over there in Lane 5 who has the early lead. Really not much to split the rest of the field, but coming up alongside Sophie is Holly Walker. And Lane 3, Louisa McNeish. But it is the Bells Hill Stark swimmer that takes this in a time of 30.51. Sophie Haining. Second place goes to Olivia Lynn in Clyde, and third place goes to Louisa McNeish, South Ayrshire. 31.31 for second place and 31.33 for third.
Our 98, Sarah McGuffey, Jessica Simpson, Amy Rimmer, Olivia Gavin, Cara Broadley, Sandy Kerry. Well, they're little between all 6 swimmers at halfway here. very tight. Sarah McGuffey going well in the outside lane. And she might be going to take this one. Lane 6. Lane 1 from 3 and 2. 2084. Sarah McGuffey takes that from the Bellshill swimmer. Jamie Rimmer, 3098. And Jessica Simpson, Hamilton Bass, 3107.
And heat 10, the final heat of event 308 in this morning's session. Lane 1, Isla Russo. 2, Emma Patterson. 3, Eva Gordon. 4, Rebecca Mallin. 6, Beth Gillis. And 7, Charlotte Craig. And it is lane 3, Eva Gordon, who has the advantage. As they go into the closing stages, they are coming back at her. Can she retain this? And it is Eva Gordon takes that in a 29.61 ahead of Emma Patterson, her teammate, in a 29.74. And Isla Russo, Renfrew Bath, in a 29.88 takes third place. Ladies and gentlemen, swimmers, that concludes this morning's session here at East Kilbride. Thank you very much to spectators joining us in the venue and those of us joining us on live stream. Just a reminder that we are reseeding event 401 this afternoon. There will be 2 heats. We're dropping 1 heat, so 2 heats instead of 3. Please be aware of this. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for all our technical officials for their time this morning, to all of those working behind the scenes. And we will see you back here at 1:45. The warm-up starts at 12 o'clock for our male swimmers. So that's a warm-up at 12 o'clock with competition starting at 12:45.